How to crochet a closed and open tube or cylinder.
Hi, I'm Hui Pei from Pocket Yarnings, and welcome to this free masterclass on crocheting 3D shapes for amigurumi. So in these 15 bite-sized lessons, we'll go through the 3 most essential shapes that are needed to crochet amigurumi, which includes spheres, cylinders, as well as cones, and then learn how to customize them in different ways to crochet the amigurumi that you've always dreamed of. So there are a few things I want to mention. Don't forget to grab your free cheat sheet, which is the free Amigurumi Shape Building cheat sheet, which has printable patterns and a visual reference of all the shapes that we'll be going through, as well as snippets of the 3 most basic shapes, which are pretty useful. And then also, one more thing is, if you want step-by-step pictorial instructions, as well as the patterns, as well as ad-free versions of all the videos that are included in this free masterclass, then go to the link in the description to check out the full course that I have available inside a Thrive Card platform. So I think that's all that I want to mention, and please enjoy the masterclass. Even if you don't purchase the course, do remember to check out all free 15 videos on YouTube, as well as grab the free cheat sheets that you can download. So let's get started. Today we are learning how to make both closed and open-ended tubes, which is a very useful technique for making arms, sleeves, clothes, and different kinds of accessories for your amigurumi.
How to crochet a closed and open tube or cylinder. So we will first start off with crocheting a closed tube. Here we will start out with a magic ring with single crochet 5 stitches in the first round. So here I'm using a 3mm hook as well as a sport weight yarn. You can see the 5 stitches are completed here, so you pull on the starting yarn tail to close up the loop, and then we will move on to round 2. So insert the hook into the first stitch of the second round. It's a little bit tight here, and then proceed to single crochet 1 stitch like so in the start of round 2, and then place a stitch marker to mark the start of the second round. For round 2, increase all around the round for a total of 5 sets to get 10 stitches. So I'm completing the first increase over here, and then after that single crochet in the next stitch, and then an increase in the same stitch, and then continue all around the round. Now we are moving on to round 3, so I've replaced the stitch marker at the start of the round. It's just single crochet 1 stitch, but for round 3, single crochet all around the round for a total of 10 sets to get 10 stitches. Note that I'll be working into both loops, not just the back loop only, which is what I did for my other cylinder tutorial. You can see that the top is rounded like a tube instead of a cylinder, because for cylinder tutorial I will only work into the back loops only. And then now let's move on to the next round, which is round 4. Likewise, also single crochet all around the round for a total of 10 stitches to continue on the same as the previous round. Remember, you can change the number of the number of stitches in the round. You can make it bigger or smaller depending on the number of stitches you want. Here I've continued single crochet all around the round until I have reached the desired length. So if you want a longer tube, then you continue with more rounds. If you want a shorter tube, then fewer. So for round 8, we decrease all around the round. So this is the part where we are narrowing off already. And then we place the stitch marker at the start of the round. This is the first decrease has been done. And then we will decrease again using invisible decrease by inserting the hook into the front loops only, like so. And then we complete the second decrease and continue round for the rest of the round. Add stuffing as you need. In this case, I have not shown that, but depending on how long you want the cylinder to be, you can remember to add stuffing as you go along the way. Let's continue the decreases in the round. Remember, you can make the cylinder longer. Here I've decided to make a shorter one, and the closed tube is done here. So then after this, we will move on to making a hollow tube next. This time we will not be starting with a magic ring. Instead, we'll be starting with a slip knot. And then we start with a chain of 10, as you can see over here. Okay, and then flip such that the wrong side is facing up, because you're going to insert the hook into the starting chain, the other end of the chain from the back of the chain to the front, like so. And then proceed to single crochet of 1 stitch, and you should get a loop at the end of that. And then insert the stitch marker at the start of round 2. Yep, so like I mentioned, so after that we will continue around the rest of the chain. So you can see here I'll be working along the rest of the chain. Continue to single crochet 10 stitches along the rest of the chain. Remember, we had a chain of 10 at the beginning, so the idea is to work a single crochet stitch into every single one of those chains. Continue to single crochet 1 stitch all around the chain, like you can see here. So here I've completed single crochet of 10 stitches in round 2, and then I'm going to remove the stitch marker and then proceed on to working into the single crochet made at the start of round 2. So insert the hook into the start of round 3, proceed to single crochet, and then replace the stitch marker at the start of the round. For round 2, continue to single crochet 10 stitches all around the round for a total of 10 stitches at the end. So you can see that the tube is slowly forming, but there's an opening right at the end, so it's not a closed tube, it's an open tube. and then continue single crochet all around until the desired length is achieved. So as you can see here, I have finished the hollow tube with both ends being open. So there you have it, a closed and a hollow tube.
Thanks so much for watching and following along with the tutorials. If you found this helpful, don't forget to grab the free Amigurumi Shape Building cheat sheets that you can get, which includes the basic patterns for the spheres, cones and cylinders. And also don't forget to check out the full Amigurumi Shape Building course, which has step-by-step pictorial tutorials, all the patterns from this series, as well as all the ad-free videos and bonus videos inside as well. So or if not, you can just keep following along here on YouTube, where all the videos will be available for free. And have fun crocheting, and I'll see you in the next lesson.